Hello everyone, welcome to Pages World. My name is Fijir. In today's video, we'll be talking about finances and how it affects marriages among Africans in the diaspora. If you are an African, you should know finance is a big deal among couples. Let's dive into this issue. Let's discuss how to live within your means and how to plan accordingly, and also how to reduce financial stress. Because if you live in the diaspora, you should know finance alone is a major topic that actually leads to divorce among Africans in the diaspora. So let's dive into this topic. Let's share our mind. Let's put our heads together and see how things like this can be resolved amicably among couples. Let's go. Back home, many of us had dreams of moving abroad for a better life, more money, better opportunities, and a brighter future for our children. We were not prepared for the financial pressure that comes with moving abroad. So these are the issues we'll be discussing today. Cost of living in the Western world is so expensive. Example of housing, so expensive. Grocery, expensive. Then clothing is also very expensive. So everything in abroad is very expensive. Then we have unexpected expenses on insurance, taxes, childcare. All these quickly add up. Then another issue that also brings financial strain to Africans is the pressure to send money back home to your family. That is, if they are not financially buoyant and you are kind of the breadwinner. This brings kind of pressure on the Africans in the diaspora. And it also brings pressure to the marriage also. So these are the few of the things that we'll be discussing today. In many African homes, the man is expected to be the primary provider. But in the Western world here, most women work full-time jobs and they earn even more than the men. Great thing, right? But if this is not properly handled, it could lead to tension in the home if both parties are not on the same page. Now, this is what happens when the woman earns more than the man. Number one thing is, the man feels emasculated when he isn't the primary provider for the home, or when he feels he can't provide enough compared to what the wife is doing. Number two is, the woman feels overburdened. The woman feels the man is supposed to do more, so why is she not doing almost everything? So she feels overburdened, and this could also lead to tension in the home. Number third one is lack of financial role. No one has a clear financial role in the family. That means anyone can pick up anything to do. So all these things lead to tension among Africans in the diaspora when it comes to finances. In African culture, money discussions are rarely had in the marriage. But in the West, it's an opposite. Money discussion, planning your finances is the key for healthy marriage. Let's be real. Most of us were not taught financial literacy back home. Things like budgeting, credit scores, mortgage, investment were not everyday discussions that we had in Africa. But here we are thrown in a system where everything runs on credit, loans, investment, and so everything. So we are new to this kind of culture and we are trying to deal with it. And if not properly handled, it could also lead to conflict in marriage. Number one is living beyond your means just to keep up appearances. In the diaspora, I would always advise live within your means. There is no point doing things out of your reach. Just live within plan and live within your means. Number second point is taking loans or credits without informing your partner. Like I will always say, let there be transparency. I will give an exemption to when your partner is a bit shady. You can keep things to yourself as well. But when both of you should be on the same page, be open with yourselves. Transparency is the key. Number third point is poor saving culture. Always save. Life happens. Things could happen at any time. So save whatever you are earning, plan with it, and also save the rest. Number fourth point is one partner being secretive, or trying to outsmart the other. So these are the things that hurt marriages when it comes to financial mistakes. Now let's talk about solution, because financial strain or financial problem shouldn't end marriage. So once you know your problem, I believe it is half solved. So what are the solutions to this financial strain? Number one is have open and honest conversation. Yourself and your spouse sit together as a team, discuss your finances and how to work with what you have at hand. Be open with your finances. That is one of the solutions to it. Number two is budget together. Once you know how much each of you have, plan with it and run with it. Don't go above it. Work with what you have at hand. That is, even taking aside the savings, work with what is left. Number two, budget together. Set a realistic budget for bills, savings and fun. A simple monthly budget can reduce arguments about money. When you set your budget, you plan with it, then I believe there won't be arguments. Number three, understand financial responsibility. Clearly state who handles what in the family. For example, who takes care of mortgage should be clearly defined. Who takes care of feeding in the home? Clearly defined also. Then what about the children's needs? All these things should be clearly defined so conflict doesn't come up in the future. Number four, set an emergency fund. Life happens. Things could happen unexpectedly. So there should be savings where you could easily run to bail yourself out when things like this come up, when emergency situations come up. So there should always be what? Emergency fund set aside. Number five, set boundaries with family back home. Support your family, but don't let it drain your marriage. Only give what would put your financial life at risk, because once your finances are affected, it's going to affect your marriage. Be open with your partner. Let them know what you are sending home. Let them put heads together so everyone have a say on what is going out from the finances in the home. Remember, it's a teamwork. Number six, seek professional help if needed. Talk to financial counselors that would advise you on the right way to plan your finances and how to live within your means. Marriage is a partnership, and the issue of finance shouldn't come between you and your spouse. If you and your spouse have open conversations, work together as a team, and plan accordingly, I bet you your marriage will not only succeed, it will thrive. Now I want to hear from you. Have you experienced financial strain in your marriage? Or have you seen it happen to someone? Let's discuss in the comments. How do you handle financial issues? How do you handle money? Let's discuss in the comments. If you love this video, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will always bring you more exciting videos in my subsequent ones. See you. Bye.